Block one, strength, power. Some kind of guys know the drill on that. Today is a simple leg day. Amateurs, they train until they get it right? Professionals train until they can't get it wrong. So when you keep like hearing me say stuff, like it's because I'm gonna drill this down so you can't get it wrong. Let's get it ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Like I said at the beginning, the littlest thing, like I don't care how great you get at your form, I'm going to keep improving little things. The pursuit of excellence in itself brings joy to life, period. Amateurs, they do it until they get it right. We're professionals, we're until they can't get it right. And we're going to keep drilling this stuff over and over and over again. That goes for everything, guys. The reps here, the reps outside of the gym, when it comes to career, when it comes to family, when it comes to food, when it comes to everything. And by the way, this is my great friend, Setema Gali. This guy's a good mentor. He's coming to work on his back. Obviously, he's going pretty damn good. He's a small dude, so you can't really hard to spot him. Also, former NFL champion of the Patriots, mentor, speaker, author. So, just wanted to say thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. All right, let's bring it in, guys. What did you work? You may be feeling this tomorrow.
You feel like you know the picture.
Come on.
You're in Seattle territory. You could have left that out.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
We're here, if you guys didn't notice, because maybe it'll pop up on the bottom of the screen or something, but this is my brother, Setema Gali, the man. I mean, honestly, he's got so many like AKAs and things that he's done, but former NFL champion, author, speaker. I call him a change maker. Let's just call it that, because he helps a lot of people change and transform their lives and take it to the next level. And you know, the question I have for you was, man, if you could, because there's a lot. I'm going to mention something that you taught me that I keep repeating here, but I'm going to finish that with that later. But what do you, because in life, it doesn't matter whether it's your health, your relationships, you know, your business, your spirituality, whatever it may be. You know, what are 3 things that I would say like champions do over and over again? You know what I mean? Like, because to me, you're championing life. It doesn't matter. You're playing the game of life. What are 3 biggest things that you feel like people need as a foundation, as principles in their life to be able to win? You know, win in the game of life.
That's a great question. First thing that comes to mind is they have to know, and it's so common sense, but you got to be clear about what you're trying to do. We call it clarity is power. So champions know, like if I'm going to go play the game of football, I am clear that I want to win that trophy, and I'm clear about the steps to get there, and I'm just clear about who I need to be, and I'm clear about what's required, and I'm clear about the plan of action. So first thing is champions, they're clear. There's clarity, right? There's no confusion, there's no chaos, and I am clear about what I want to do with my life. Most people in the marketplace today, Luka, they're not clear. They don't know. If you ask them, what do you want for your life? What do you want your marriage to be like? What do you want your physicality to be like? The answer is, I don't know, or it's very vague.
It's specific.
So
you
specific.
Can be. How it looks like, how it feels like,
what it sounds like, what it tastes like. For example, with my wife, my goddess, like, I am clear that I want to be best friends. I want to be so close and so connected. We have the most open communication. We can work through anything. She can tell me anything. If I'm messing up, she can tell me. If she's got it, there's no silent treatments in our marriage. There's no like, I'm okay, but I'm not. We don't have that. I'm so clear about that. The intimacy, the connection, like, and I've written this down. Same thing with my kids. Same thing with my life. Like, I know I want my life to look a very certain way. Get up, breakfast with my boys, take them to school, work with my clients. I feel good because I'm connected to purpose. I feel good because I'm eating right. I'm clear about that. And I'm clear about the money I want in my account, the money flowing as a result of value created. So most people are not clear. They just kind of go through like a ship in the ocean that gets pushed by winds and storms. But someone who's clear is like, I know I want to go. I know what's required to get there. And it's so specific. So that's the first thing I'd say is clarity. The second thing that champions do, and again, it's a word that I use, and you can use different words, but we say, commitment alters everything. But in order to be committed, you got to be clear. So if you're clear, like, I want this, right? Business, I want X amount, this type of time, and this is why. So the clarity is what and why, right? What do you want? Why does it matter? The commitment piece is, I will do whatever's required.
I remember this years ago when you coached me, and it was, what are the 3 things of commitment?
Yeah.
It was like, number 1, do what you said you do.
Yeah.
Number 2, do what is required. Number 3, do it despite of emotions, feelings, moods, and thoughts.
Yeah. Act decisively in spite of the thoughts, or regardless of the thoughts, feelings, emotions, moods. There's days when I'm not in the mood to get up. And if you look at someone who's doing big things, they are committed. So do what's required, not your best. Like, hey, I want my kids to do their best. Adults, we do what's required. Number 2, do the things you said you're gonna do. Like, if you say, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z, you gotta do it. In spite of, I don't feel like it, I'm not in the mood, but it's raining, but I lost money on this deal. I don't feel like. Powerful people. So we say champions, AKA powerful people, they're committed. And another way of looking at commitment, I love this phrase. It says, a committed man or a woman, again, think commitment, do what's required, do what I said it would do, act in spite of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and moods. A committed man or woman will move a mountain with a shovel if that's what's necessary and required. So if the only way to move the mountain is a shovel, give me my shovel. If the shovel breaks, I will move the mountain. This is why I'm here at Vigor. Luka, I've been in pain for a long time, and about a month ago, I just came to a point where I was like rock bottom. I'm like, dude, I'm done. And I declared, I will do whatever's necessary and required to get my back right, to be strong again. Which lands me here in Seattle at Vigor Fitness, right? Because I've had a lot of people reach out. And you're one of the few that I really trust. I'm like, if Luka says it, I will buy the ticket, I will get the hotel, I will do whatever is required. Now here's a distinction a lot of people don't make. God, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be great, the commitment has to be a 10. Like it's a way of being, right? A 10. When we say there's 10s and 2s, oftentimes you say, hey, how committed are you? I'm a 9, but there's no such thing as a 9. There's no such thing as a 9.5. It's a 10 or it's a 2.
Because it's like, what does 9 mean?
If 9's a 2.
I'm gonna almost do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna almost, like if your child was drowning in the river, he's committed. I'm going in. I'm gonna go save my child. I did my best. Well, I did all that I knew. So champions, back to the question, there's clarity. They know what they want. And sometimes it starts by knowing what you don't want. Number 2, they're committed. You show me a committed man or woman, they're on a mission. They're attractive. Like, they don't let the weather, they don't let circumstances. I'm not gonna let a party disrupt my diet and my eating, my lifestyle. I'm like, I am committed. And then the third thing that champions do is something we said here is, they practice. And I love what you said. It's like, in my mind, I always talk about reps. Get your reps and get your touches, right? Volleyball players or basketball, you got to get these touches. You got to get your touches in. And then something is now, it's another level of communication here is, it's great reps. It's like, champions are not, people say, oh, he's a champion in the ring. No. Champions are not, they're revealed in the ring, but they're made in private. Like, they're made when nobody's watching. And Instagram and Facebook today, everyone shows their best. But no, champions are champions long before they're a champion. The Patriots just won the Super Bowl. They were champions. They lost last year. They were beat by the Eagles, but in their minds they're like, we're still champions. Let's put in the work. We're clear about the trophy. We're clear about our plan. We're going to be committed day in, day out. And again, reps, perfect reps, touches. And you shared something today, Luka, that I love the quote too. It's just like, amateurs practice until they get it right. Professionals, champions, they practice until they can't do it wrong. That's for life, man. Show me a person who's clear, who's committed, who's willing to just pay the piper every day. There's nothing they can't accomplish.
I mean, can you put it any better than that, man? But that's so real. If that becomes a foundation, like the 3 pillars of like you want to get shit done, that's it. And to finish all, I mean, is, I have a story that to that last part. I was about 17 years old, and I used to put in a lot of work, and I was shooting jumpers always after practice, before practice. And the guy that ended up being my coach, he wasn't coach at that point in time. He'd come in and he's like, man, like you really work hard. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm shooting 1,000 shots. I said, how many are you making? I don't know, like 50%, 60%. He's like, okay, well, man, like you're practicing to miss half of the time. What do you mean? So, well, I see you taking like these tough shots and fadeaway shots, and like, why don't you practice to make 100% of the shots, and then move a little further away, and a little further away, and a little further away, and then once you make 80-90% of your shots from far away, now you start putting in cones and step backs and whatever. It's like, then you're practicing to make every shot. Like right now, you're practicing mediocrity. Man, I was like, literally like walks out. I'm sitting there with the ball going like, man, that's crazy. And then from that day on, I started taking less shots, but I would keep going closer if it wasn't like 80 to 90% of the makes. And that was a big lesson for me in everything, that I do in life, as far as like, man, does it matter if I take more shots, if they're shit shots? Does it matter if I do more reps, if they're crappy reps? I'm actually practicing to be mediocre or good or okay. But it's like, man, like, what do you want in life? Well, I want excellence. I want excellent. You want an excellent marriage. You want an excellent business. You want excellent relationships, teams, communities. So I'm going to do excellent reps and excellent practice every time, and that's going to become the foundation of what I do and who I am. You know what I mean? My brother, I love you. Appreciate you.
Love you too, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.